Meet Giambattista Vico, professor of rhetoric at the University of Naples. Why talk about him? Because he wrote a book called The New Science, in which he stated his theory that the history of social institutions and social development showed a common path from culture to culture. I can't do justice to Vico's theory and his work on a brief video like this. However, as an amateur, I can discuss a facet of Vico's achievement that we can take with us and apply in everyday life. And what's that? Well, Vico broke with tradition and pioneered a way for theorizing about cultural and social change. How? By taking a fresh perspective on famous literary and historical works. Instead of reading these texts as merely examples of classical literature, Vico instead read them for evidence of how ancient cultures grew and developed. That is, Vico read literature not just for the nominal story and rhetorical flourishes in the poetry, but also for what the text showed about social customs and development when that text was written. Vico then expands on his observations, claiming that myths are the civil histories of the earliest peoples, and that these myths show that all early societies developed the same sort of institutions, but with differences from society to society. Doesn't sound very promising. Not the kind of writer we'd find on Amazon.com. Actually, if you think that way, you'd be wrong. If you search for books by and about Vico on Amazon, you'd get about 1,700 search results. Why? Because the important thing about Vico is the way he read ancient texts. For Vico, a myth could also be an allegory showing tensions about the rise of the plebeians at a specific social stage. Vico's new way of reading classical texts led to a completely new way of looking at how societies and cultures develop. So let's learn from his example and consider what new ideas, perspectives, or insights we can gain from our own culture.